Hunter. Good. We need every ship we can get. The Republic grows bolder. Their attack squadrons ambush Imperial targets and disappear into open space. We're struggling to compete.
Why would the Republic risk war over these space skirmishes?
Open warfare's just around the corner. They're likely probing us for weaknesses, readying for battle. I've scrambled the Cast 23rd and Dreadwing, but it's not enough. We're forming an exclusive response squadron, the Empire's Fury. According to your skill set, I'm nominating you for squadron leader. Care to help our fleet rout the Republic?
Now you'll get to see what bounty hunters are all about.
Wonderful, Hunter. Your call sign will be Scree. Uploading mission data to your ship now. You'll work alone, while the rest of the squadron assists throughout the galaxy. Strike with fury. Strike for the Empire.
Hey there. Got a second? You look like someone important in the Empire, huh? I, bet you could get me to who's in charge.
You're the first Balmorran I've met who's actually asking to be hauled off.
I don't want to be arrested, all right? I want to trade. The Resistance is dead, I know that. I want to come out of this with my head. I got info. Right here. Where the rebels are. What they're hitting. Introduce me to the Mucky Mucks, and I'll trade them the rest for a berth off-planet.
You want to defect?
Now you're getting it. Help me out. I think Lieutenant Trishota handles defections, but he's been targeted a few times, so he don't take people off the street anymore. You convince him I'm the real goods, and I'd bet he'd cut you in a finder's fee.
Are you the officer who deals with defectors?
Yes, though I prefer not to be quite so open about it. I'm Lieutenant Trishota. High Command has tasked me to learn how these rebels think, as distasteful as that is. Have you found a candidate? Someone of enough value for the Empire to recruit instead of capture?
A man named Griffin Remus. He seems to know the rebels well. We should work with him.
Let me see anything you have on him. We could use a man on the inside. Thank you. I'll transfer our standard finder's fee to your accounts.
Ah, bounty hunter. You may have just stepped into a job opportunity. I understand you are not averse to occasional off-the-record tasks which require some discretion. One of our officers has just had an unfortunate dust-up with a valuable delegate, and we need to doctor the results.
Why don't you lay out the situation first?
This officer recently quarreled with one of our Chiss delegates. The delegate did not survive. The Chiss have provided crucial intelligence here and elsewhere in the war. It would not do to strain relations with them.
You looking for me to take out the witnesses?
In part. The delegate's bodyguards survived, though we have isolated them. We have doctored a security recording to make it appear that Balmorran rebels attacked the delegate. We need someone with no direct connection to this officer to go to the room where the murder occurred and upload the doctored footage to the security cameras. With luck, we can turn this into a galvanizing point against the rebels.
Just point me in the direction of the action.
The delegate was killed in the back room of a cantina. I'll give you the coordinates. Just tell our man at the door that you're working for Brereton, and he'll let you pass.
I'm working for Brereton. As far as anyone will know, the rebels killed that Chiss.
Excellent. And I have heard nothing of it, which is even better. Please accept this payment for your service and your silence.
Convoys travelling to the Troida military workshop require armed escorts, and escort personnel are not available at this time.
So, you're telling me we've got your whole blasted empire behind us, and you can't even find... Oh, sir, I didn't mean... Obviously, the might of the Empire is focused on more urgent, activities. Yes, glory to the Empire.
Is there some kind of problem?
The Troida military workshop requires fresh supplies for its wartime operations. Supplies are shipped from here by due-back convoy. The resistance forces responsible for the raids against our Troida convoys are encamped in a series of caves nearby. Reconnaissance teams have finally pinpointed the location of this resistance encampment. Given your extensive abilities, You could eliminate this threat once and for all.
That seems simple enough.
The mission will have two primary objectives. Objective 1 is to eliminate resistance forces and defensive emplacements in the area. The second objective is to retrieve a set of stolen Imperial power regulators that the Resistance is using and destroy their main generator.
Just out of curiosity, what's the street value on those power regulators?
You are unlikely to find anyone interested in the power regulators outside of the Resistance and ourselves. I assure you, we can pay better. We will await your return. Good luck.
Please, wait! We need this generator. If you destroy it, we'll all die.
Your name, now.
My name is Men. My village was raised in the war. The few of us who survived came here to find shelter. Please, we are not part of the Resistance. We haven't hurt anyone. We just need someplace to go when our homes were destroyed.
You got my sympathies.
I'm begging you. We won't survive without power. And we have nowhere else to go. Can't you just leave the generator running?
Stand aside. Unless you want to go with it.
What are we gonna do?
Turn from your mission against the Resistance raiders. Excellent.
Was it a success? Did you drive out that thieving scum once and for all? Will Troida's convoys be safe now?
I wouldn't be here if I hadn't succeeded.
That's such a relief to hear. Thank you.
I see that you were also successful in retrieving the stolen power regulators. Please, allow me. What of the enemy generator? Were you able to destroy it as planned?
Some refugees were using the generator too, but I destroyed it.
Interesting. I'll be sure to have this group investigated. There is nothing further. The Empire's interests in this sector will see marked improvement thanks to your actions.
You cannot know my relief to see someone of your known loyalty and celebrated independence. You are the answer to a problem that has gone from insulting me to threatening the entire Empire.
I'm paying attention.
My name is Gan Sakol. I'm a senior science officer here at Troida. Perhaps you've heard of my involvement in the Protactinian bomber design. No matter. It would only help you understand the sensitive nature of what I do, the secrets I'm privy to.
Let me guess. Those secrets walked off with someone they shouldn't have.
Indeed. Though that's a kind way to describe high treason. But let me be direct. I am not the traitor. My wife is the one who betrayed first me, then our empire.
Care to elaborate on that?
I should never have brought Kalara to this forsaken backwater. I was so hopeful when she finally stopped complaining. But no, she found her own entertainment. His name is Jerez Bant. He's a thug, clears the trash at the cantina in Sobrik. Imperial intelligence believes he's a spy, and I am certain beyond doubt that he's the one who has the design plans that disappeared from my bedroom drawer.
If he's got those plans, he won't see tomorrow.
I was hoping you'd say that. Your reputation for creative justice precedes you. The plans must be recovered before Jerez sells them to the Republic. He should be at the cantina now. I will gladly give you as great a reward as I can muster should you dispose of this refuse. Then I will deal with my wife.
Evening, mistress. What can I offer to wet your throat and bring a smile to your lips?
Point me to Jerez Bant and no one gets hurt.
Men were looking for him yesterday, too. Imperial intelligence. Whatever he did, I don't want to know. Jerez! Leave the girls alone and get over here. Someone wants you.
Hello, mistress. How can I make your day a little more exciting?
Like you made Kalara Sakol's day more exciting?
Kalara. Can't say I recall that one. There was a girl last night. These spikes like little thorns all down her neck. I've never even seen an alien like... Well, I guess that's not who you're here about.
I'm here to get back what you stole from Officer Sakol.
All right, I know the Sakol girl. Hardly worth this hassle. Little twit barely knew how to kiss a man. But yeah, I've been there. She gave me a few things, for safekeeping. Here they are. It's just some data disks. I don't even know what's on them.
Was Kalara in on this? Did she give you the discs?
You think she's innocent? She knew who I was. But when we were together, we weren't talking politics.
Just make sure you're out of Imperial space by sundown.
For you, sweetie, I'll come anywhere you want.
You look satisfied. I hope it's because the wretched spy who stole my blaster designs lies dead on his own floor.
I have your data discs right here.
I appreciate your service, but what of Kalara? Did you question him as to her role in this affair?
Without her help, would he even have known what to take?
Yes. I can no longer deny Kalara's role in this. If you haven't tired of my sordid tale, perhaps you could undertake one more task.
Credits have a way of convincing me.
This is a bit more sensitive than dealing with Haraz Bant. I could see fit to pay you triple what I would give otherwise. Consider it. If the authorities learned of Kalara's folly, it would ruin the good name of this office, shut us down for months of investigation. All the while, the Resistance would be gaining strength.
The penalty for aiding a spy is death.
I'm glad we see eye to eye on this. I have been considering how best to end this disaster. It should be quiet, quick, something that can be blamed on the rebels, no questions asked.
Very well, I understand.
Let me call Kalara. I will tell her you are to escort her to my colleague Garboza at the Imperial outpost. The route has many isolated spots, suitable for rebel ambush.
Oh, is it time?
My dear, this woman will serve as your bodyguard on your trip to the outpost. Garboza asked me to thank you for your assistance at such short notice.
You'll be safe with me.
I certainly hope so.
Leave for the transit point now, Kalara. She will find you there.
I love you too.
Go then. When you find yourselves alone, you can put an end to her treason. And my marriage.
You can count on my discretion.
Just be kind about it. I loved her once. It is best our names not be linked after this. When the deed is done, go to Officer Garboza at the outpost. He'll have your reward. You need not say what it's for.
You must be here for Officer Sokol's wife. He said to expect you. One moment.
Gan doesn't usually go out of his way to see me protected. Is this going to be so dangerous? Or are you really just my chaperone?
I've never been much for staying out of trouble.
Honey, Gan's got a thing for that type. Let's get going. Why are you looking around so much? Like that? It's like you're looking for someone. Are you expecting an attack? Why did Gan send an armed escort when I'm just going to the outpost?
I'm supposed to kill you as a traitor to the Empire.
What? Gan wants you to kill me? Are you going to?
If you've betrayed the Empire, you deserve to die.
I haven't done anything. Good grief, is this about Harris? Yes, I slept with him, and the slime never even picked up a comlink after that. Is Gan such a baby that he'd frame me for treason because I slept around? Treason? Seriously? Tell Gan that Harris is a jerk and I've broken it off. If he had the guts, he would ask me himself.
Your boyfriend has known connections to Republic intelligence.
I don't know anything about that. The guy told me he was a pilot. Look, can't you just talk to him or something? He wouldn't really kill me for this, would he?
I let you go, and he'll just send someone else. You should get off planet by nightfall.
But where will I go? Everything I own is here. I mean, thank you, but over one night? One lousy night?
Well, if it isn't the best paid engineering consultant on Balmorra.
I mean, no offence, but you don't exactly look like Science Corps material, you know? What exactly is he paying you all this for?
Hunters live to serve. It's what we do.
Usually more of a skin your enemies and leave their bodies to die kind of servant, though, right? I hear things. I can make it worth your while for dirt on how Officer Sokol's been spending Troider money.
Officer Sokol hired me to kill his wife and her rebel boyfriend.
Pretty little Kalara had Republic leanings, hmm? Oh, that is not going to look good to the clearance board at all. Thank you. Next time you see me, I may be working Troider instead of this bit.
These blasted Balmorrans have no idea what's good for them. They should have fallen to their knees in gratitude when we first offered to bring them into the glory of the Empire.
What's the situation?
Last week, those wretched rebels managed to reprogram the defense turrets around Sobrik to detect and target Imperial troops. The engineers I sent to fix them were massacred. My only hope is to find someone willing to brave both the rebels and the turrets themselves to repair them.
What's in it for me?
I lost my best engineers to this threat. If you stop it, you're welcome to all I would have paid them. The turrets are scattered around the perimeter of the city and guarded well by rebel spies. You'll need to use this to neutralize their defenses, then upload this code to allow us to reprogram the proper targets. Those rebels will pay for their impertinence with their lives.
The turrets are ready for reprogramming.
Hail the Emperor! I owe you my thanks and far more. The Corps of Engineers will more than compensate you for your service. Now those rebels will see how lucky they are to be part of the glorious Empire.
The Bounty Hunter. I've heard of you. I'm Fixer 66. I'm with the Operations Branch of Imperial Intelligence, and if you have a moment, I'd like to show you something.
You better make this quick.
On the left is an ordinary Republic comm unit issued to Resistance fighters. You've probably seen hundreds before. This other one is a Republic comm unit that has undergone some surgery. Please look, don't touch. The second one contains a ½ kilo of high explosive that detonates when the talk button is pressed.
I assume this is meant to deal with the Resistance.
Yes, the plan is to take a few of these sabotaged comm units behind the Resistance's lines and plant them on their dead. The Resistance should soon salvage the comms and take them back to their headquarters. The resulting explosions will cripple and panic them. We'd prefer someone like you to take point. Someone who won't break if captured, and who can go without reinforcements. Can you do this?
Let's make this happen.
Head over to our technical man, a Balmorra local we drafted. The men call him Toybox. He'll give you the ordnance and show you how to transport it safely.
Fixer 66 called with the details. I've got your comm units rigged and ready to go. Oh, my name's Toybox. Or that's what they call me. I used to make... Well, never mind. Quite a plan the Fixer's got. What do you think of it?
Compared to my other jobs, this'll be nothing.
I wasn't talking about its difficulty. He's assuming soldiers will be the ones stripping any Resistance bodies, but civilians pick over bodies all the time. Refugees, sympathizers, sometimes you'll even see children do it.
It's regrettable. Unfortunately, no one makes a child-proof bomb.
No, but it's more practical to kill a soldier than a civilian, right? We want a high-value target. While I was making the bombs, I remembered I had some empty grenade casings lying around. Now, a comm unit anyone will activate. But if we trapped a grenade to explode when armed, only soldiers will be in the blast. What would you think of that?
Give me the grenades. I'll put them to use.
Here, they're all of the same type, so you don't confuse them with any you might be carrying. Just put them on the Resistance bodies, and Fixer 66 will love the results, I guarantee it.
Would you know anything about that?
Toybox had an idea to limit civilian casualties. I went with it.
Civilian casualties are intentional. Both civilian and Resistance must fear the bombs. It's how we kill their morale. But besides that point, when you countermand my orders, Imperial troops need to be notified of any change. We now have to throw out every salvaged grenade in the mix because we don't know which ones are rigged to blow.
Is this job finished?
Be grateful that you are not part of our rank structure. For his part, Toybox will spend a few days in the stockade and receive lashes. You I cannot punish, but I would offer free advice. There are people on this planet who replace everyday items with explosives. Do not push them beyond reason.
Trying to raise them. I may have another avenue. You, bounty hunter. I'm Major Tyrus, commander of the 2nd Battalion. I'll be blunt. I need someone who can pull a rescue operation immediately and keep their mouth shut afterward.
If it's this urgent, why hide it?
Because the colonels don't like it when you can't find an entire platoon of your top soldiers. We sent them into the Akara droid factory for a covert electronic operation. 8 hours ago, their communications blacked out, which means the droids are onto them.
That doesn't exactly sound good.
I'll be frank. Other than grass, the soldiers are the only living things within a click of that factory. That's the droid's protocol. Nothing survives. So when I say I need you to find 1st Platoon, I mean it.
I'll head to the Okara factory immediately.
Their ranking officer is Lieutenant Rutau. If the droid's got him, then please, take command and lead the unit back.
Down! The droid patrols will spot you. Sorry to be jumpy, but if they find one of us, they'll find all of us. I'm Lieutenant Rutau, 5th Infantry, 2nd Battalion, Besh Company. I'd say 1st Platoon, but there isn't one anymore.
I see you gave as good as you got.
It was a total loss on both sides. Our platoon was headed to the Okara droid factory to upload viruses. A probe spotted us, and pretty soon battle droids had us surrounded. Droids aren't like people. They don't retreat. They don't accept surrender. They just keep exterminating. So now it's up to me.
Can I lend a hand?
No, I can shoot and move. I think some of the bone is still intact. If I can ambush enough patrols of battle droids, I can upload my packets and run before my painkiller wears off. What else can I do? I'm not going to ask you to go where I wouldn't.
Your courage is admirable, but unnecessary. Give me the viruses.
You do have a maneuverability advantage. If you're keen to do it, I guess that's best. Here are the virus packets. Your targets are the probe droids that travel with patrol escorts of battle droids. Destroy the battle droids, then use this security spike to crack the probes. They'll upload the viruses right into their network. You're alive! And not only that, my comlink is picking up signals again. Is everything uploaded?
There were some rough spots, but nothing I couldn't handle.
Now it's my turn. I'll aim our scanners at the Okara droid factory to measure the extent of the damage the virus has caused. If the computer core shuts the probes down, I can record how long a window that creates for future assaults.
Would it matter if I told you to go back to base and get medical attention?
Sure, and I will. Their anti-air defenses should be compromised, so I'll creep out of here when it's safe. I cannot express what your success will mean. Not to me, I'm nothing, but to the families of the men who died for this mission. Those soldiers did not fail their empire, nor did their empire fail them.
He says you completed the platoon's objective alone.
I've had way tougher jobs.
I had a feeling you'd say that. It seems if I want to save my men's lives, I should send you in first instead of last. Our battalion may have been unable to assist the platoon at Akara, but I assure you they were not sitting idle. Auric and Kresh companies, and the remainder of Besh, simultaneously invaded rebel posts in Broken Valley. They found something.
Go on, I'm listening.
Our droids went through the rebel databanks and pulled out messages about them occupying a tunnel network we call Cave 52. The rebels are in Broken Valley, and they're moving in cargo. All indications are that this load is special.
Bombs work wonders on caves. Have you contacted the Air Force?
No. We want the cave contents undamaged. The rebels transferred in elite units. This is something they don't want us to have. If our whole battalion comes knocking, they'll evacuate immediately. We'll need a small, fast attack to get inside K-52. The guerrillas know the tunnels quite well, so I suspect they have ambush points.
It doesn't matter where they hide. Their fate will be the same.
Good. Word will spread about the captured posts, so I would head to Broken Valley immediately. We'll have a surveillance officer monitoring K-52's largest entrance. His name is Trecht. When you've seen the cargo, report to him, and he'll contact me on a secure frequency. Go in strength.